Let's go straight to Nationals MP Michael McCormack now. Good to see you, Michael. Thanks so much for joining me on the show. Really appreciate
it. Thanks, Danica.
Look, it's going to be a week next week. Let's start with net zero. 3 meetings scheduled for the Liberals. The Nationals will be involved in some of them. How confident are you that the coalition will come to an agreement on net zero?
Well, let's hope that the moderates find some common ground with those pushing for net zero within the Liberal Party because, as you quite correctly pointed out at the top of the show, time is of the essence. People need to know where the Liberals stand, need to know where the coalition stands. They certainly know where the Nationals stand, and let's just get on with it. I mean, we're hemorrhaging everywhere. We've got Sarah Henderson out there today making certain comments. I mean, who needs enemies sometimes when you've got friends like that? It's just, let's put it to rest, make the call and get on with it. Get on with prosecuting this government and their bad agenda for Australia. That's the critical thing. We've got energy prices through the roof. They're 40% higher than in May 2022. And what are we talking about? Ourselves. Not good enough.
Well, I mean, Sarah Henderson was pretty scathing in her assessment. Can Susan Ley survive as opposition leader in your view?
Well, she should be able to. She hasn't even been in the job 6 months yet. I mean, give her a go. The Liberals should do a whole lot better than by getting off her back, by giving her some clear air, by stop backgrounding, by stop backstabbing, and just give us some clear air. Let's go to Christmas with a policy position on net zero. Let's win the Ashes, enjoy the tennis, have time at the beach, come back in February and get on with making sure that we keep this bad government accountable.
But even with polling so bad, I mean, she's got the worst, the latest news poll says that she's got the worst ratings of a coalition leader in history. I mean, surely that can't go on.
Oh, well, look, if you don't like one poll, just wait. There'll be another one the following week or month or whatever. I mean, there's only one poll that matters. That's the election ballot. And that's the only poll. And I can remember well in 2019 when everybody had written us off. Scott Morrison and I were able to bring it home and we won the miracle election. 60% of the population, apparently, according to the polls, thought that the Voice was a good idea. Look what happened with that referendum. Look, I don't hold too much countenance in polls, Danica. I really don't. I just think we need to get on with making sure we've got a united position as best we can on net zero, get behind the leaders, Susan Ley and David Littleproud, and prosecute this really, really bad government, which is forcing Australia to deindustrialise, forcing jobs overseas and costing everyday ordinary Australians so much at the checkout, at the petrol bowser, and when they open their energy bills every quarter.
Well, there's interesting comments from former Liberal leader John Hewson. He condemned Susan Ley's leadership today. This is from John Hewson. Sorry? Can you hear me, Michael?
Oh no, I heard what you said, Danica, and I'm sorry. I mean, seriously, John Hewson. I mean, come on. I mean, there's been 16 Liberal leaders. They've all got honourable in front of their name. There's only one who doesn't, and that's John Hewson. I mean, the bloke lost the 1993 election. It was an unlosable election and he managed to lose it. I mean, he comes out, he's an expert on everything, never held a ministerial portfolio, and now he wants to comment on Susan Ley. I mean, seriously, John, I mean, give it up, give it a rest.
Yeah, well,
get off her back.
Well, I mean, just to clarify, so he said today that she hasn't shown any clear strategy or any strong capacity in terms of leadership. That was his exact quote today, Michael.
Yeah, right. And did he ever? I mean, seriously, John Hewson could have, perhaps many suggest, should have been the Prime Minister, and he fluffed it. And he had 4 years in the leadership, he had the opportunity, he had everything going for him, and he fluffed it. So he shouldn't come out now and criticise anybody, certainly anybody who's actually held a ministerial portfolio, which is something he never managed to do.
Let's move on, because Chris Bowen was out today masquerading as an energy expert, as he always does. Have a listen to what he said.
They don't believe in climate action and they will use any excuse and any alibi to avoid proper climate policy in Australia in 2025. And next week they're going to debate whether they believe in climate change again.
I've got to wonder, Michael, should Labor actually be worried here? This whole saga has actually put net zero back at the public forefront again. People are talking about it and they're going to start questioning, well, hang on a second, my bills are actually not going down. So what is Paris to me? I mean, in a way, Labor needs to address this.
I mean, Chris Bowen, there's the bloke who allowed, 800 boats and 50,000 illegal arrivals on his watch when he was the immigration minister. I mean, I had a crack at Dr Hewson, who was never a minister. I mean, Chris Bowen, he was probably the worst minister. And you're right. Every time somebody opens their power bill, they should see Chris Bowen's face on that bill because he's the one forcing their power prices up. He's the one forcing pensioners to become impoverished, people to sleep in cars, and the likes of Tomago and other factories and manufacturing bases to question their survival. And what does he want? Well, he probably wants a UN cushy job or some sort of award that's going to be presented to him because he was the world's best climate emissions reducing minister. I mean, just a bit like Wayne Swan when he was the world's best treasurer when he couldn't produce a surplus to save himself. I mean, this is nuts. I mean, Chris Bowen can say whatever he likes. Ordinary, everyday Mr and Mrs Average are paying through the nose for their energy costs, and it's his fault.
Yeah, absolutely. And the more he keeps talking, the more he just keeps muddling himself up, seriously. Michael McCormack, nice to have you on the show. Thanks very much for joining me. Really appreciate it. Thank you.